Okay, as for 15.3, we are going to discuss about menstrual cycle. Okay, menstrual is height and cycle is kita. So menstrual cycle is kita, height. Cycle is very synonym with circle. Okay, as you can see the circle here. Okay, there are number 1 until number 28. Okay, 1 until 28 is referring to the days, meaning that menstrual cycle involve 28 days. Okay, as you can see from the cycle as well, it can be divided into 4 phases. Okay, the first phase occurs on day 1 until day 5. Okay. Second phase occurs on day 6 until day 10, followed by the third phase on day 11 until day 18. So the last phase occurs on day 19 until day 28. So different thing occurs during different phases. So what happened during menstrual cycle? There are 2 main things occurs during menstrual cycle. 2 main things. The first one is the production of a secondary oocyte, and the second one is the thickening of the endometrium wall. Okay, in this cycle, the endometrium will become soft, thick, and rich in blood vessels. Okay, this point is referring to it is the detail explaining what happened during number 2 here. So when I said the endometrium become thickened, or it increased the thickness of endometrium wall, meaning that or imply that the endometrium wall becomes soft, thick, and rich in blood vessel. Bila saya kata dinding endometrium tu menebal, ia bermaksud ataupun itu menunjukkan yang dinding tu menjadi lembut, of course menebal dan kaya dengan blood vessel. Or some reference said the endometrium wall become vascularized. Vascularized maksudnya kaya dengan salur darah. Okay, this is to prepare. Okay, why the endometrium wall become thickened, soft, and rich in blood vessel? Okay, this is to prepare the endometrium for embryo implantation. Okay, implantation maksudnya penempelan ataupun terbenam ataupun tertanam. Apa yang akan terbenam ataupun yang tertanam dalam dinding endometrium ialah embryo. So what is the relationship between number 1, number 2 and number 3, which is embryo implantation? Okay, let's look at the relationship. Okay, as I mentioned just now, there are 2 key points that occurs during menstrual cycle. The first one is the production of secondary oocyte. The production of secondary oocyte occurs in the ovary here, and the second one is the thickening of the endometrium wall. Okay, number 2 occur here. So I would like to relate number 1, number 2 with number 3, which is embryo implantation. Proses penempelan embryo tadi. Okay, the purple circle here is the ovary. Ovary is an organ in which it produces an ovum or secondary oocyte. Okay, so let's say this is the secondary oocyte or ovum. So your ovary produces secondary oocyte, and during ovulation, secondary oocyte is released into the fallopian tube. So please note that produced secondary oocyte is different from releasing secondary oocyte. Menghasilkan secondary oocyte tak sama dengan membebaskan secondary oocyte. Produced secondary oocyte occurs in ovary, while released secondary oocyte, it is a process whereby the secondary oocyte is released from the ovary to the fallopian tube. Proses penghasilan secondary oocyte berlaku dalam ovary. Proses pembebasan secondary oocyte ialah secondary oocyte dibebaskan dari ovary ke fallopian tube. Kat sinilah fallopian tube. Okay. Okay, to production of secondary oocyte. Okay, thickening of endometrium wall. Okay, let's say okay, there is sperm here. So ada sperm, ada secondary oocyte sini. So plus dekat sini menunjukkan ataupun mewakili proses fertilization. So when the secondary oocyte is being released and there is sperm at the fallopian tube, fertilization occur and zygote is formed. Zygote would develop into an embryo. So this embryo would implant at the endometrium wall. Jadi kaitan 1, 2 dan 3 ialah satu production of secondary oocyte. Satu, secondary oocyte dihasilkan di ovari. Kalau selepas secondary oocyte dibebaskan, kalau persenyawaan berlaku dan membentuk embryo, embryo ni akan menempel di endometrium wall. So untuk menempel, dinding endometrium tu perlu menebal, lembut dan kaya dengan salur darah. Kaya dengan salur darah sebab salur darah itulah yang akan membekalkan oksigen dan nutrien kepada embryo untuk membentuk fetus dan menjadi baby. Okay, tu kaitan antara 3 tu. So let's go back to our slide. Okay, point number 2 and point number 3 occurs during phase second and third phase. Okay, if fertilization does not take place. Okay, some reference books say that after day 21, if fertilization does not take place, the secondary oocyte would die and the endometrium wall would shed. Okay, secondary oocyte akan mati dan dinding endometrium akan runtuh. Kalau persenyawaan tak berlaku lah. Okay, this will lead to bleeding known as menstruation. Kalau dinding endometrium runtuh, ia akan menyebabkan pendarahan. Pendarahan ini dipanggil pendarahan ini dipanggil haid dan darah haid ni akan keluar melalui vagina. The first day of menstruation is referring to the day first of menstrual cycle. Maksudnya hari pertama seseorang perempuan tu datang haid merujuk kepada hari pertama kita menstrual. Maksudnya kalau dia datang haid pada 10 hari bulan 10, maksudnya day 1 dekat sini ialah 10 Oktober, bukannya 1 hari bulan. Okay, so this is the general overview about what menstrual cycle is. So perlu ingat menstrual cycle ada 2 key point. 2 key point maksudnya 2 perkara penting yang berlaku lah. Penghasilan secondary oocyte dan penebalan dinding. Kaitan antara 2 tu saya dah explain.